What up? What up? What up? What up? Make sure I'm set up over here. Make sure you all can see me. What up? What up? What up? Cool. Y'all can definitely hear me. Let me make sure that y'all were good on this end. All right, cool. We running. We on this thing. Let me make sure that I'm live. So what I have now switched up, y'all, is I now know that, well, I've known, but I've now fixed that. I know that when it comes to YouTube, you all see me a certain way, and then Instagram sees me a certain way. And so I know that, how it goes is if I'm zoomed in on YouTube, I'm too zoomed in on Instagram. Right. And so that kind of throws you all off because you're like, yo, I'm trying to see you, but I can't really see you because you're too zoomed in, especially if I'm trying to show you something. So what I ended up doing to help you all out is I am now streaming on all platforms and you all can actively see me. Right now, there's a delay, there is a lag on my end because I'm streaming on so many different platforms. So bear with me. So I am working on this. But I want to go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of things, y'all. I want to get right into the sauce. I want to make sure that you all and let me see, how does this chat work when we're here? Oh, that's kind of lit. I want to see the chat on both sides. So all right, cool. So let's get right into it. As you can tell from the actual title, right? We're going to talk about how Elvis Presley started off with a fortune of hundreds of millions of dollars, and by the time it was passed down to his daughter, it now became 14,000 and it's maybe less now, right? And I want to really break down something for a moment. What we've been talking about these past several sessions, right? Is hey, what's going on, Iris? Yeah, you all drop where you're from as well. Drop where you're from. I definitely want to know where you all are from. Drop what city you're from, what state you're from. But what I peeped is when it comes to building an empire, there are certain things, right? There are certain things you have to have in place. You must have in place. Okay. Certain things you must have in place. And I can't stress this any more than what I'm saying right now. There's things that you must have in place. You must have your credit together. You must have your business credit together. You must actually have a business that can run on autopilot, that can bring in cash flow every single month. And you must have a trust and life insurance policy and a will, a living will. Okay. So and like I said, I'm coming out with a series and I'm now doing it instead of, because last Friday was so lit that I got to come out with content like this like twice a week. All right. So every Tuesday and every Friday, I'm going to be live and I'm going to give you all some materials that, that happens every single day. Celebrities go through this every single day. And I want to make sure that you all don't end up like them. All right. So let's get right into it. Elvis Presley has now dropped. Elvis Presley's fortune is now dropped to less than $14,000 per, not per month, just $14,000 period. And I'm gonna break down exactly how and why that is the case. Okay, so I want to make sure that we are good on all platforms. All right, cool, awesome, awesome, awesome. We're down on Instagram, we're lit. YouTube, we're lit. I just want to make sure that we're all in place. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna share my screen. I want to make sure you all can see it. And as you can see, let me put me out there in the corner. I am here. You all can see me. All right, so this is what I want to break down. I'm on an article, and I have several articles to show you all because I really don't want you to think that I'm just talking out my ass right now. Like, this is real life. This is what people have written about. And I really want to stress the importance of getting out of debt, becoming debt free, and then protecting all of your assets. Like, if I'm not talking about anything on these lives, it's building an empire and leaving a legacy. In order for you to build an empire, you need those 5 things that I talked about just now. You need your personal credit, your business credit, your holding company, your trust, your life insurance, and your trust. I'm sorry, 6 things, and your will. right? These are 6 things you must have in place, and I really want to talk about how to actually get that. Okay, so we're on the actual article, and as you can see here, it's let me actually set this down real quick so I can. There we go. And as you can see here, on Instagram, can y'all see me? Y'all good? Oh, it's the opposite on Instagram. Let me switch. Let me flip this mirror around real quick for y'all. Boom. Y'all should be straight now. Y'all should be able to see it. So what we're gonna break down here is Lisa Marie Presley, and the rise and fall of Elvis, of the Elvis estate. Okay, so if you all are not aware, Lisa Presley is the daughter of Elvis Presley. Okay, Lisa Presley is the daughter of Elvis Presley, right? And you're probably like, oh, I've heard of Lisa Marie Presley, because she dated Michael Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry, these are people she married. She married Michael Jackson. Um, she married another big celebrity. I can't even remember off the top of my head right now. I just know that's Michael Jackson. Let me see if it's down here. I feel like I read it down here in this article. Um, where is it? I know it was Michael Jackson, a rock and roll artist. Like, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. But I know that this is the case of who she married. So if you haven't heard of her, now you know, it's that she's a big proponent of dating high end celebrities, right? So let's go ahead and talk about it. We're gonna start from the top, right? And as you all know, I like to read it out to you because I do not want you all to think that I'm giving out false information. So I want to first start out and say that Elvis Presley had a trust, and I just want to go out and state that he also had a living will, right? Now, credit and all that may not have been a big thing then, so that I can't take the proponent of, but what I do know is that he had a he had a life insurance policy, trust, and a will. Okay. And let me know in the chat, y'all, if y'all can see me. I mean, let me know on Instagram if y'all can see me as well. I really want to make sure that everyone can see what I'm doing. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I know that there's some delays going on, so let me know if this is good. Bryson, my man, what's popping, bro? What's popping? Yeah. You already know we gotta make sure we professional out here. We premium, so I gotta make sure y'all get premium content. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. As the daughter of King Rock and Roll, Lisa Marie enjoyed. Well, I'm gonna summarize it. Pretty much, Lisa Marie enjoyed her childhood. Right, she enjoyed her childhood so much that Elvis Presley. One day, she wanted to go. She wanted to go see the snow, and for the first time. So Elvis Presley pretty much um said, you know what, let's go on the private jet. And before you come to me, let's go ahead and go to Idaho so you can actually experience some snow. Right. And she experienced it for about 20 minutes. Right. So this is something that she did. Like I said, this is Lisa Marie right here. So let's get right into the meat and the potatoes of things. As Elvis Presley started to become more and more famous, of course, he was known for spending a lot of money. Okay. If he wasn't known for anything, he was known for any income that was coming out or coming in. He was equally, if not more, spending out. Right. So he didn't have great financial literacy or financial management. Right. And so I really want you all to really peep that financial management is key in order for this to be successful. All right. So he didn't have financial management. So like I said, he estimates to his lifetime earnings was anywhere to 100 million. This is how much he spent. Excuse me. He spent, because like I said, he was reputable for being a free spender. He spent between 100 million and $1 billion in his lifetime. These are estimated numbers here, but this is how much he spent, right? No matter what's going on, this man spent 100 million to $1 billion. That just proves to you how much money he actually puts in, how much money he actually spends. So pretty much, and we're gonna get to the meat and the potatoes of everything. We're good. Let me go ahead and scroll down to the part where you all actually wanna watch. So at one point, he was, like I said, he was making hundreds of millions of dollars to almost $1 billion. But as time went on, Elvis left behind a cash poor estate with about $5 million of debt, right? Mind you, he started getting low in finances. He started to have financial struggles in that time period. In order for you to actually create the wealth that you want to create, right? You had to have gone on a tour in the music industry. Like it's either a movie deal or a tour deal where you would have to go get your funds, right? And get the money if you're running low. And that's what he did, right? So anytime he was running low on capital, like you see here, he could simply go on a tour or set up another movie deal and faucet and build some cash flow, right? And that's what he actually did. But at some point, that's a limited deal, especially if you're spending that much money going out. So what happened was, as he was passing, when he was getting to that point where he was passing away, XD, at one point he had taxes, right? When he went to that point, he had taxes. So he previously brokered a deal to sell those RCA with 5.4 million to 1.35 million. That's what came out of his pocket, and then off taxes and paying his people. Okay, so let me give you a synopsis. If he had 100 million to $1 billion coming in and out, whatever the case may be, let's say he had 100 million. At one point, his 100 million then came down to about 10 million in taxes, right? And then it started dropping more, and regularly he would get taxed with this amount of money, 5.4 to $1.35 million. And also, because he has a team, he also had about 50% that he also had to pay out in income tax and to his team. Okay, so picture having 100 million come in, right? Let's do the math. You had 100 million come in, 50 million is for taxes, right? And then you also had to no, I'm sorry. If you had 100 million, 50 million is for your team, right? So let's say you got 50 million left. You also had to spend between, 5 to 10 million dollars in taxes, right? So he had about 40 million left in the bank account. But mind you, he was spending between 100 million to $1 billion just to spend money. So he's really in the negative, right? And like I stated before, he started to then, be in debt. So now at this point, he would make money but also lose money. And so how does this relate to his family? How does this relate to his trust? How does this relate to everything that we're talking about here? So what's going on now, at one point, because his money was starting to dwindle, his wife had to come in the picture, which is Priscilla Presley. Like you see here, she had to step into the picture and assume primary management of Elvis Presley estates as one of the executors. So pretty much what she did is she came in and said, "Yo, we are losing money. I need to come in and fix this." Right? And so what she did is she created the Elvis Presley Enterprises, aka EPE. And what that meant is, she was able to have royalties. She was able to now be added onto the will, all these amazing things. Because if you all are not aware, Elvis Presley was 24 or 25. And Priscilla, when Priscilla and Elvis Presley got married, Priscilla was 14 years old. So if you're not aware, Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old at 24, 25 years old, right? So when she became of age, she then took the right to say, you know what, we're losing money. I need to step in and make sure that we're good. Right. And so that's what she did. She now made tours. She made Graceland, which is one of Elvis's biggest, I don't know. It's like how Michael Jackson has his place where people can tour. It's the same thing with Elvis Presley. He had a land with just, for his daughters and wives and stuff for the visit. She made that a tourist attraction. Right. And so what that did is that brought an extra $100 million by 1993. Right. So by that time, now they're back up. Mind you, Elvis Presley still spends bread. I want you to I want you to understand that this man hasn't stopped spending all this money. Okay. So instead of receiving Elvis Presley's fortune, because at this point, right, he's already passed away. Because like I said, it says that was the year that at which Lisa turned 25. Like I said, she turned 25, so she was able to do all the things that she did and became eligible to inherit the money. I'm sorry, this is Lisa, this is the daughter, excuse me. Lisa now became of age which was 25 years old, which means that she was able to inherit the money of the last will and the testament, which is the trust. Okay. So she was able to have the trust and everything in place, and receive that bank account. But remember, you have the manager involved. You also have the team involved. So they also have to pay them. But this is what happened. This is where everything left. Okay. This is when everything went left. 10 years later, she was appointed a business manager named Barry Sigel. And this what happened was is he now became a co-trustee, meaning there are people who are in charge of your trust. You have like board of directors, right? So you have like board of directors that are under your trust. These are the people that make the decision in the trust, or kind of like enforce the will of whoever the trustee is, right? Of whoever the living will is, right? So they enforce. So what happened was they made Barry Sigel a co-trustee, right? Which means he's one of the primary people that is in charge of the trust assets, right? And what happened was Sigel pretty much cheated Lisa Marie out of her money, right? So he's pretty much spent. So I want you to understand, this man, Elvis Presley, remember, he had $100 million because his wife came in and was able to take charge of all of that, right? But by the time it got to Lisa Marie, right, and all the taxes, $40 million worth of taxes came out, plus 125 million worth of stock and future holdings and all that. It wasn't 100 million that was passed down to her. It was more like, I don't know, 10 or something like that, or whatever the number. But what happened was, oh, here it is. It was supposed to be $39 million that she was supposed to receive in over the span of 4 years. But what happened is the trust left her with $14,000. 14,000. And she believes that, now mind you, I'm going to give you my opinion on this after I explain this. But what happened is she believes that Sigil was a terrible was terrible at managing his money, and pretty much took all of the money, spent all of the money, and only left for Lisa Marie by the time it came to her, which was $40,000. Okay. Now this is Sigil, right? I'm gonna break it down, and then you got Lisa. His standpoint is, I told you to stop spending money, right? He's saying to stop spending money. She said, if you would have made me knowledgeable about the situation, then I wouldn't have spent as much money. That's what she said. I wouldn't have spent as much money if you would have brought me up to date. That's what they're like. Let's be real. My personal opinion is Lisa should have educated herself. If you have a trust, if you have money coming in every single week, you have to at least be able to like become knowledgeable and know why there's money coming in. But of course, she's a trust baby. So what that means, and there's nothing wrong with being a trust baby, y'all. Y'all know there's a stigma with that. But what that means is they okay. So going back to board of directors and going back to his will, what and this is, like I said, the times are different. What should have been included within the will is, I need and you can set rules. So what you can do within the trust is you can set rules within the will that states that uh your beneficiaries have to, let's say, for example, this is what I would put in my will. And I'm writing my will right now. If you all want to learn how to write a will, I'll break that down for you in future videos. But what I'm stating in my will is, my beneficiaries have to be financially literate and learn trust, life insurance, and all the other things that I broke down before, in order for them to even come to me about money. But Elvis Presley didn't do that. Elvis Presley pretty much was just like, look, you can just have as much money as you want. It's the trust. It'll pay out 4,000, I don't know, 4,000, 6,000, 10,000, 11,000, whatever the amount of money per month. But what was happening is Lisa was able to go to the trust and get as much money as she wanted out of the trust. And so that's why she was spending so much bread. Instead of having instead of the will stating you need to have certain amount of education, and then the board of directors would have enforced that, right? So that's one of the reasons why allegedly they're still going on with this case today. Sigil might have taken all the money, right? Which was about 25 million dollars he took allegedly, right? That's what they're saying that he might have taken, because she only has, it's more than that. I don't even know. It's more than that. It's like it's 38 million or something like that. 38 million is really the amount. 38 million 96. There we go. So 38.96 million is what he took, right? Because they only left, I don't remember. I don't know the exact amount, but that's the point of what I'm saying, right? He took the money, but she should have been knowledgeable. That's the key thing. If she were to have paid attention to the amount of money that was coming into her bank account, and if the will was straightened out the way that it should have, and this trust was straightened out the way that it should have, they would have been good to go. Right now, this is the thing. Sigil denies the allegations, but instead blames Lisa for excessive spending, which he said he tried to convince her to limit repeatedly of the amount of money. Sigil said that they've had detailed meetings every single year. If you're not aware, you should have meetings in regard, like your beneficiary should have meetings with the people dealing with your trust on a regular basis, right? And then presented her financial information about the trust. Mind you, if she, this is why if he informed her that, you need to chill and get knowledgeable about the trust, then she wouldn't be having this issue. But because she claimed, right? Because Lisa Marie says, I did not get hard copies about any financial information, because if she did, she wouldn't have spent that much money. Because the fear people frequently came into the house and read it. Sigil allegedly that Lisa Marie alone is responsible for her inability to live within reasonable means. That is facts. Like you should live below your means. This is the point of having financial literacy, right? You should know if more money is coming out than more money is coming in, then there's a problem. Right. And that's what Sigil's side of the story was. Her side was, you didn't inform me. He said he did. He said he had meetings to prove it. And she said she didn't get no hard copies. Let me know in the comments. Who would you actually believe? Who would you tag along with? Like, who would you say, you know what? I think he is right, or you think she is right? Like, let me know in the comments. What do you believe? Right? What do you believe right now? Right. So this is pretty much, like I said, the lawsuit is going on in Los Angeles courtrooms. And this is pretty much what it comes out to. Like they're really having these issues with Lisa Marie and how she spends money, right? And so that's kind of like the overall synopsis. Now, let's go to the other part of the story, right? Let's go to the other part of the story. I have another one here for you all. Let's break it down. Let me know in the comments. Share this live with 10 people, y'all. Are y'all getting value right now? Are y'all getting value? And for the people who aren't aware, I want to really break this down again, because you probably aren't aware, like, yo, what's a trust? What's a will? Why is this relevant to me? Okay. So this is you. You. You are the person that matters, right? Your goal is to leave a legacy. That's your goal. That should be everybody's goal, to live like the Rockefellers and have the Rockefellers just pay out your family. Okay? This is you. You have what we call two different things. You should have two different things. Actually, you do. You just don't know it yet. You have something called personal credit and business credit. And the thing is, you want to build out both of these things. Now, with the personal and business credit, there are certain things that need to be in place. If there is documentation of where the money went, numbers don't lie. Facts. Big facts. Right? And so you have something called personal and business credit. Right? With personal and business credit, you want to have a holding company in your name. Okay? You want to have a holding company in your name. And I'm gonna move this down real quick. Boom. You want to have a holding company in your name, right? Within that holding company, right? Within that holding company, I want to make sure this is like balanced for you all to make sense. You have multiple assets, right? So this one could be, this could be real estate. This could be, your business. This could be, I don't know, rental arbitrage. You have three different businesses, right? And this is you right here, your holding company. Mind you, here's a hack that I haven't shared with anybody on this live. I just learned this information, so I'm always going to give you all new information. You all need to have your holding company be your first and last name. That should be your holding company. Your first and last name. Remember this, and I want you to always remember this. Own nothing but control everything. I want to dissect that word for a moment, if you would allow me. Am I able to dissect this word? Can y'all let me know in the comments? Like, should I dissect this word for you all? Like, let me know if I'm giving value right now. Let me know. Like, do you want me to really explain what I just broke down? Like, I genuinely want to know if you all want to know this information, right? Because this is important. This is important information, y'all. This is very important, right? Share this live with 10 people. I'm telling you, 10 people. All right. I'm going to break this down because I still want you all to know. What I mean by can own nothing and control everything, right? Own nothing means you want to own nothing on the personal side, but you want to control everything on the business side. Now, how do you own nothing personally but control everything, right? The way that you do that is you shift, because right now the law states the first thing you're born with is a social security, right? And what we would like to call a straw man, which is a totally different conversation for a different time, right? What that means is how you want to do that is you're born with something, a birth certificate, a social security, and a straw man, right? And when you're born, you have something called a first and last name, right? And middle if you have middle, but everybody usually has a first and last name. So this is why we only do first and last name, right? What you want to do, this is personal. What you want to do is shift your personal to business. So now it'll be first name, last name, LLC. And there's so much more into this, but what you want to do is then you want to shift everything into what you would call a holding company, because that's what this is your holding company, right? So now I own everything, just not personally, because when I own something personally, I'm now giving the government or the bureaus or whoever the right to send me letters that I owe something in collections, to send me things like, hey, you owe money, you are in debt, you personally need to give this money back. I personally don't need to give anything because everything is on my business. So I own absolutely nothing. You can't come to me about collections. I don't exist. My personal is dead. Me, Marcus Turner, Marcus Turner doesn't exist personally anymore. Marcus Turner is business now. Are you all feeling what I'm saying right now? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all really picking up what I'm putting down right now? Like, share this. I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all some serious game right now. Every time I hop on this live, we're going to give y'all some game. And I can't really go into too much of the specifics because I want to respect our mentees, but I want to make sure that you all get what I'm saying, right? So you want to shift everything to your personal, to your business, and then you want to have holding company, which is in your first and last name, LLC. That holding company owns all of your assets. This is the key thing here, though, right? This is the key thing. This is the key thing. You want all of this to be in your private. Oh, I missed something. You also want to have life insurance. And what are the two types of life insurance policies that you want? I'm going to delete this and add this later. What are the two types of life insurance policies that you want? I'm going to put that over. I'm going to put this over here. Life insurance. Boom, boom, boom. The two life insurance policies you want is something called a term life insurance and a permanent life insurance. You want both. You don't want to choose. You want both. Okay? You want both. So what you want to do is term is dealing with your death, and permanent is dealing with your living. Okay? And what those things are coming down to is private trust. Those two are going to be connected to your private trust. After that, you also want to own a family trust, right? Your family trust. This is going to be super, super, super key right here. Okay. I cannot stress this. Super key. You want to have a private and a family trust. Okay. From that family trust, this is how you avoid taxes. This is where you could put your house. Here we go. Let's drop some game real quick. I am about to drop a video at 10 p.m. a reel on my Instagram, and it's gonna explain in more detail what I mean. But what you want to do, most people, what you don't want to do is gift a house to your child. That's not what you want to do. If you gift your house to a child, and of course, let's say you sell it to them for $1 or whatever the case may be, you think you're avoiding taxes, but you're not, because you still have to pay something called capital gains tax. You have to pay this because the house is always going to appreciate. If you go from 250 to 400, they still have to pay capital gains tax if they sell it, or in general, right? So what you want to do is put your house under your trust. Now they don't have to pay anything. That's a hack. Just wanted to put that out there. That's a hack for y'all. Okay. So what you want to do after you have a house and everything, you got your family trust. This is the key thing, right? This is how the government can't touch you. Do y'all really want to know? Like, let me know. Do y'all really want to know how the government can't touch you? Let's break it down. Back in the day, there was something called the government and the religion. Okay. I would and you could AKA call this science, right? Science and religion. And science was always government. Like, they always was like, hey, we believe in science. We don't believe in religion. And religion was like, we don't believe in science. We only believe in religion. Right. And so what they had to do is they had to split them in half, because nobody, like, those two subjects are too much of a touchy subject. Right. And so what you want to do, and so what they did, like I said, with religion, if you know how to do it the right way, government is always going to tax anything revolving around LLCs, S corps, C corps, like pretty much corporations in general, right? Anything that's dealing with like the logistics side of everything. But with religion, you just have this one entity called God, right? And so the government can't tax on something. They can't tax on God. They can't do that, right? They can't tax on God. So how do you get over? Okay, how do you get over something like that? There is something, and dang, what was it called? But I can't remember the exact terminology. I feel like I have it in here somewhere. Dang, I just went blank on what it was called. What is it called? Because I got it in here, y'all. I already know I got it in here. Where is it? Um, I know I got it in here. Where is it? Nah, that's not it. Where is it? Okay, I don't remember where I saw it, because I know I got it. You feel what I'm saying? Because we broke it down in the last session. We definitely broke it down in the last session. Here we go. It's called a 508 CIA FBO. Boom. I knew I had this thing. Okay. 508 CIA FBO. So this is a faith based organization. What that means? I have now converted my entity into a religion in a sense. But what that does, quotation marks on this, right? But what this does is it now converts it to a faith-based organization, right? You could even, let's be real, you could even make this a nonprofit, right? And what that does is now the government can't touch you. Oh, I just gave y'all some game. I just gave y'all some game. Okay. And what this does is, like I said, this allows you to leave a legacy for your family because nobody can touch you now. Nobody can touch you. Right. Are you all really feeling what I'm saying right now? Like, let me know in the chat. Like, I want to know. Like, I'm looking at the chat right now. I want to see what's going on. I see people joining, but I can't really see people going crazy in the chat. Let me open my Instagram up. Make sure y'all can see me. Hold up. Make sure y'all know exactly what's going on here. All right, let's see. All right. So this is what I really want to discuss with you all, okay? This is really what I want to discuss with you all because you all will really understand. You all are really understanding how to make the most out of your wealth. Okay? This is how you do it. And let me tell you how far Elvis Presley went. Let me tell you how far he went. Okay? We're going to use a different color. We're going to go with the blue. This is Elvis Presley. You all know exactly what to do, but I'm now going to show you what Elvis Presley did. Okay? Elvis Presley, like I said, we have PC is for personal credit, BC is for business credit, right? He didn't have that. But what he did have was a holding company, and he had his assets. Right? We're going to do this. He had his assets, right? I'm going to spell it out in like this, okay? This is ASSET, the assets, right? And from those assets, he definitely had a trust. Now, life insurance, not too sure. I know that I mentioned life insurance before, but after reading the article, I thought I saw it in there, but I didn't see it in there. So this is all he had. He only had his businesses, plural, and his trust. Oh. He also had a will because the will talks to the trust in order to tell it what to do. So he had a will. So he only had 1, 2, 3 components of the business. He only had 3 components of the business. Mind you, you want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aspects of the business. And then you could really cancel this off eventually as you shift everything to business. But this is important though. This is important. You have all of this. You have 7 different steps in order for you to become completely successful and be fortified. This is what we like to call a fampreneur. This is what we like to call a fampreneur. Okay? What the fampreneur does is they stop being a slave to debt, right? They stop being a slave to debt and they become financially free. They become financially free. Now, my question for you all is that something you desire to want to be? Do you want to become a fampreneur? Is this something you desire for your family? Right? If you do, this is what I want you to do. I want to teach you for this. I want to teach you literally this right here. This one word right there is how I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you for free. If you want to know how to do everything I just mentioned over here, I want to teach you for free. And the first step in starting your 6-year bank, starting your freedom cycle, right? This is what we like to call your freedom cycle. If you want to start your freedom cycle where you start developing cash flow over and over and over and over again, which develops freedom, I want you to go to this site right here, www.socialcurrencies.net/workshop. I want you to go to this link right here. This link right there. If you go to this link, we will show you the exact steps. We will show you the first step here. Because the key thing is to get one of the steps done. We're going to show you exactly how to do this. Actually, let me do it in a different color so you all can see it. We're going to show you at least the basic steps right here. Personal credit. And then we're going to show you from there because you need a starting point, y'all. You have to have a starting point in order to fortify your business like this. So if you want, and this is where most people are at, right? Most people, and it's okay if you're here, right? Most people work a 9 to 5 job, right? And if you all and my team, if you all aren't aware, my team is dropping the link in the description, in the comment section, okay? On YouTube and on Instagram, on all platforms, my team's going to be dropping the link on there for you. If you want to learn exactly how to do that, then click that link, okay? So it doesn't matter if most people right now are working a 9 to 5 job or they are at a corporate career, or most people are already entrepreneurs. This is where most people are right now. Most people are in this category, but most people don't have all of this situated. They don't have they don't have the 50 the 508 CIA FBO set up. They don't have the family and private trust, right? They don't have the life insurance already. They don't have their holding company and LLCs and businesses in place. They're not creating cash flow right now on autopilot, right? Because you gotta know how to create a business in order for that to work, right? They also don't have their business credit in order, nor do they have their personal in order. So these are the steps that you need in order to become successful. These right here. And this is where you're at. And in order for you to do that, you have to start here. And then boop, 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 work your way up. Right? So if you want to learn how to do it, I'm going to drop the link again. Right? I want to make sure that you all have the link here. Let's make sure we all win together. I want you all to win. Okay? I just dropped the link in the description. I want you to comment done. Comment that you've signed up. Comment that you signed up. Right? Comment that you signed up. How's everyone feeling right now off the information I gave you? How's everyone feeling right now off the information I gave you? Is everyone feeling great? Is everyone understanding what I'm saying? Is everyone peeping what I'm saying right now? Like, let me know. I'm giving y'all the game right now. I cannot. Awesome. Awesome. I cannot stress how important this is. Getting your money right. Y'all, and I talked about this last time. Do you know the richest point in your life? And I really sent this home last time, but I really want to say this because we have a new audience. Okay. I want to go back to the drawing board real quick. And I want to show you the richest point of your life. I literally do. I want to show you the richest point of your life. Okay. For people who aren't aware, okay, this is it right here. The people that are not aware has anyone heard of the 40-40-40 rule? The 40-40-40 rule is where you have to work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life and get paid 40% of your income. 40%. Are you aware that an average person gets paid $40 a year? So what is 40% of 40,000? Jesus Christ. You can't make a living off that. Times 40,000, 40%. You're only taking home. This is take home, y'all. You're only taking home $16K a year. How much is that a month? That's $1.3K a month. If you were to follow this exact plan right here. I love it. Juliet, I appreciate that. That's what I like to hear. $1,601. I love it. That's how much you're getting paid. 1,000. Half, 1.5 at if we're doing a range between my 1.3 and her 1.6, 1.5 is the range. Let's do 1.5. 1.5K a month is what you take home after the 40-40-40 rule. 40% of your income. That is the 40-40-40 rule, y'all. Let me also tell you that most people are in debt. Let's say we're not yet. Let's say, we're at zero, and this is about, what is it, 40 years of your life. So let's say this is 40 years old. Let's say we're about right here, which is about, let's say, 21 years old. Let's say we're 21 years old. Are you aware that an average person that's around 21 years old, whatever the case may be, makes about $3K a month, right? And an average person is negative $40K in debt on average. It's really 39,000 or something like that. But I'm rounding to 40K in debt. Are you aware that an average person is 40K in debt? Mind you, their expenses, their income is 3K. An average household's expense is $5,000 a month. That means if I have 3,000 coming in as income and my expenses are $5,000 a month, that means I'm negative 2K a month on top of the 40K that I already owe. So that really means I'm negative 42K. Really, actually, let's break it down. It's not even 42K because 40K is a year. 2 times 12 months is 24. So if I'm negative 40K and another plus 24, I'm negative 64K a year, y'all. Jesus Christ. Breaking it down like that it hit a little different as I say it. Okay. So I'm average $64,000 a year in debt. This is what I like to call money beliefs. So let me ask you this. Do you want to be $64,000 a year in debt? Do you? I certainly don't. I will not be. So let's be real. This is 64K. Scratch this number because this is negative 64K a year. Did you know you're the richest when you were a baby? Because when you were a baby, you owe nothing. You owe $0. Like, let's really think about this. I was richest when I was born. Like, are y'all peeping what I'm saying? You were the richest when you were born. You were at break even when you were born. Break even. You don't even have profit yet. Because society has already set you up to be $64,000 a year in debt. Already. Like, they don't even care. So this is why you have to make decisions in order for you to now make millions, six figures, millions, billions of dollars. So what decision are you making? I already proved to you that an average person pretty much is about $64,000 a year in debt. And what are we teaching you? How to being stop being a slave to debt. You know another word for this is poverty trap. You're in a poverty trap. You're in a cage. Are you aware that you cannot get out unless you make a certain decision? Because the key thing here, what's stopping you from becoming wealthy beyond your wildest dreams is what we like to call a decision. That's what's stopping you. You know what's also stopping you? A mentor. These two things stops everybody from becoming wealthy. So my question is, are you willing to trust us? Like, let's be real. Would it be worth it? Like, let's really think about this. Okay. Let's really think about this. Okay. This is what we used to do. This is literally what you used to have to do back in the day, right? For speaking 50 years ago, whatever the case may be, this is what you used to do in order to get it trust. You used to have to spend at least 20K on a trust. You used to have to, and this is not even spending, this is just there's something that I love to call. I want everybody to know what this is. It's called ignorance tax. It's costing you more money to not know the information. So what happened here is life insurance wasn't expensive like that back in the day. It just wasn't accessible. Let me not say it wasn't accessible back in the day. People had life insurance. So I don't think it cost them tens of thousands of dollars to get life insurance. It might have cost them maybe hundreds of dollars to get life insurance, but it didn't cost them that much. Right? So like think about it this way. It cost you 20K for hundreds of dollars because you didn't have what we like to call the word access. Now, since we have the internet, you now have access to everything. Right? So you have now you have access. Hey, like I'm raising my hand here. You have access to me. I am your access. So trust was like what was like 20K. Life insurance was like that. In order to get like that 508 CIA FBO 50K back in the day. And this is like I said, all of this had because you didn't have access. Right? What else was on there? If you wanted a credit agency, was like 2K to get your credit done, not including all the extra stuff that like late payments and student loans and all of that was in there. So we could really boost this to like 17K if we're really talking like if we're including all the things that I'm talking about before for this. I know this from experience. Let's see, what else was it that was on here? Nowadays people are OD charging on LLCs. Nowadays people are charging like 1K just to get an LLC done, knowing that you could just get an LLC done for like $100. If you're not aware, I'm telling you now. Right? So in total, let's break down these numbers. Let's break down these numbers. 20,000 plus, let's say $500 for life insurance. 50K plus 2,000 or 17,000, excuse me. Plus 1K for the LLC. That is a total of $88,500 total of how much you back in the day you would have spent. And guess how much to learn this information? Guess how much it costs you? $0, because we're gonna show you for free. Think about that. I'm gonna show you for free, right? So, like I said, if you go to this link called www.socialcurrencies.net/workshop, okay, you will learn for free. For free. I can't stress for free. Like it costs you nothing. Like, are you understanding what I'm saying? Worst case scenario is that you learn something new. Shoot, you may even make money from it. Worst case scenario. So if you all honestly want to learn how to do it, what I want you to do is I want you to comment the word or go to the link that has been dropped in the chat. I want you to comment the word freedom. I want you to comment the word freedom if you honestly want to learn everything on how to become free. Like, I'm going to break down the steps one more time so you can really know the amount of value that when you get access to this information. Okay. Number one, like I said, this actually, it's you. It starts off with you. Secondly, right? You want to get your personal credit and your business credit together. Okay. After you get things done, you now want to have a holding company, right? Your holding company then has what we like to call assets, right? Which is other types of LLCs. And from those LLCs, you then have what we like to call life insurance, which life insurance can be inputted on it in between any of these sections here because life insurance isn't expensive. Yo, Sandy, bro, you don't even need a loan, bro. It's free. It's it don't cost you nothing. It's free to learn the information, bro. It's free. I'm teaching it to you for free. You feel what I'm saying? So look, you got life insurance. Then from there, we're going to show you how to make a private trust. And guess what, Sandy? Guess what? We're going to show you on live, literally on our workshop. On our workshop, we're going to show you exactly how to gain $10,000 on the workshop. That's an extra bonus for y'all if you weren't even aware. We're going to show you exactly how to gain 10K in funding. So if you didn't have the money, you at least gonna make a bag. Okay? At least. Right? So after you learn the private trust, we're then gonna show you how to gain a family trust. Then from the family trust, we're then gonna show you how where the government can't even touch you, which is called the 508 CIA FBO, which is a faith-based organization. Like I said, the government does not like to touch religion. Okay? They do not like to touch religion. Right? Or really the government don't like to touch religion. They really don't. Okay? They don't like that. So I'm telling y'all, if you want to leave a legacy, it all starts with you doing one thing. It all starts from making a decision. That's where it starts. All you have to do is make a decision. Okay? So, like I said, comment the word freedom if you want to learn how to get access to this for the frizzy, for the free, or click the link that has been put in the chat. I want to know. I'm actually going to look and see if somebody did it. Let me actually check and see if someone did it. Let's do it together, y'all. Let's do it together. Let me see if we've had people. I reward people who take action. I reward people who take action. Let's see if people have actually taken action or not. Like, comment below if you've taken action. Comment below. If you signed up, comment below. I'm literally gonna take action. Like, you know what? Maybe we should have it where you'll be able to get a chance to win an iPad or something. Maybe I want to do that. Or maybe give away some money. What do you think? Comment the word freedom if you're 100% down. I love it. Juliet commented the word freedom. I love it. I love it. This is the link right here, y'all. This is the link. This is the link. Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm telling y'all, I'm turning up on y'all. It's going to be this Sunday. I'm literally going to show you all this Sunday exactly how we were able to do this. Like I said, Elvis Presley didn't have all this, y'all. I'm telling you, he didn't have all this. What does this man have? Elvis Presley, he didn't have those things. All he had was his business. He had a trust and a will. He hit 3 out of the 7 steps, and it hurt him, actually. His family couldn't even keep up, and he didn't put the right people in place. He didn't put the right people in place. Right? He had 3 out of the 7 steps intact. It's time for y'all to be ready. It's time for y'all to leave a legacy. I can't even stress how much you need to learn how to do it. It's about that time. It's about that time. So 3 out of the 7. I want you to have 7 out of 7. I want you to have millions of dollars. Millions. I'm not just saying this. I genuinely want to help you all. Like, genuinely. I genuinely want to be of service. Hey, R. Larry 29, Juliet, let's get it. Hey, Christine, what I want you to do is I want you to DM every single one of these people. I want to personally DM them. Like, I want you to DM each one and just send them the link. And then I want to send a video to everyone that comments the word freedom, because I may give something away for people who want to take action, and I reward people for speed. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'm going to give everybody a free course. Whoever takes action and comments the word freedom is going to get a free course from me. A free course. How this benefits you is this free course is going to break down an overview and mass detail of exactly how we did what we just did. You're going to literally get exactly what we do. Like, if you comment the word, that's fine, Chris, I got you. If you comment the word freedom, like, I'll just give you a free course. I will DM it to you. Everybody on YouTube, put down your everyone who just DM me on YouTube, put down your Instagram handle so I can DM you the link. Like, I literally want to reward people to take action. I'm telling you, people who the word freedom, I'm giving y'all a free course, and this is going to show you exactly what we just broke down, but in immense detail. It's going to show you everything. It's going to show you everything. Like, we're going to literally break down everything. And you know what I'll also add in there? I'll also show you exactly how we gained a $10,000 a month skill set. Okay? I will add that for y'all. That's what I'll do. I'll do that too. If you want to learn how to make an extra $10,000 a month, this has nothing to do with what we talk about. If you just want to learn how to make an extra $10,000 a month, I will literally add that within the course just for the people who comment freedom. So if you want to learn exactly how to do that, comment freedom and I'll show you. Just an extra, just to help you all out. I really don't mind. I really want to give back to you all. Like, this is genuinely what I want to do. Okay. So, like I say, y'all, this is what I got for you. Let me know in the chat if this is something you honestly feel that is important to you, that you feel you want to achieve. Like, I can't stress, like, I'm telling you, like, I want to help you all. I want to make sure you all are successful. I want to make sure that you all are the greatest that you've ever been. Like, I'm tired of us as in black people to become the last to know the information. It's time for us to be the first to know the information. The first. It's time to be the first to learn the information, not the last. So I want to give you access to learn first. And the people who commented the word freedom are the people who will learn it first. And then you'll wonder, for the people who don't comment freedom, you will wonder why you're still in the same place. I'm just being transparent. If you're not willing to change, like, if you want to make $1,000,000, you have to change. And in order for you to change, you have to change your actions. Like, don't be addicted to information and allergic to execution. Like, actually change your habits and change. Like, if you want to make $1,000,000, you think $1,000,000 is operating at a level of $1,600 a month? Or do you think that the person is actually taking action? Like, let me know. Like, they're honestly taking action every single day, every single month, every single second. Right. So, and like I said, I don't want it where the richest part of your entire life was when you were a baby. I want it where the richest part of your entire life is in 2023. So for everyone that commented the word freedom, I'm definitely going to give away a free course. I'm going to give you all everything that I have on this Sunday. So I appreciate you all. I don't want to waste you all's time more than it already is. You all have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And I will see you all this Friday. This Friday, same time, 7 o'clock. I will see you all this Friday at 7 o'clock. And I appreciate you all. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.